Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Metters. Welcome to National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest. The 1998 season is off and running. Santa Anita played host to the year's first Grade 1 stakes over the weekend. The Santa Monica Handicap. The prize money is $200,000. It's for fillies and mares 4 and up, and travels a distance of 7 furlongs on the dirt. Here's the field with the final odds presented by Las Vegas. The one horse is Madam Pandit, trained by Ron McAnally. Richard Mandela will saddle 3 in this race, including Dixie Pearl. Janine Sahadi is represented by Ski Dancer. Ken DeSormo will ride Advancing Star. Stop Traffic and Track Gal are both long shots. Exotic Wood ran second in this race 2 years ago. Radu Cool is a scratch, and Tiffany Diamond rounds out the field. For the call of the race, here's Trevor Denman.
Oh, where they go. Stop Traffic bounces out the gate and takes the early lead. Exotic Wood in the white cap on the outside. Now Track Gal one from the rail, and Advancing Star sent along down at the rail, coming through to get second. Madame Pandit fifth and moving in down at the rail. Only 3 lengths separates his first 5. Then a gap of 4 back to Ski Dancer and Tiffany Diamond. That leaves Dixie Pearl last 13 off the leaders. They run to the half-mile pole, and it's Advancing Star being sent along on the inside. She leads at a length and a quarter to Track Gal. Exotic Wood right there in the white cap. Stop Traffic between horses, and Madame Pandit down at the rail. No more than 3 lengths off the leaders. Now there's a big gap of 6 back to Tiffany Diamond. Ski Dancer second last, and Dixie Pearl starting to wind up from last as 12 off the leaders. They approach in the quarter pole. Advancing Star, but Exotic Wood is breathing down her neck in second. And here comes Exotic Wood in the white cap on the outside to hit the front. Advancing Star tries to find more. Madame Pandit now looms the danger on the outside in third. It's Exotic Wood. Madame Pandit coming to chase her home in the center of the track. But Exotic Wood is playing too classy. And Exotic Wood is back in style under Chris McCarron as she wins the Santa Monica from Madame Pandit. Advancing Star was third.
Exotic Wood uses a driving finish to win the 41st running of the Santa Monica Handicap. She's trained by Ron Ellis and owned by Mr. and Mrs. Martin Wygod. 4 to 5 favorite, paid $360, $260, and $220. After the race, we had a chance to talk with the winning rider, Chris McCarron.
Oh, she came into this race training beautifully, and we had a nice post. We were able to stay out there and do whatever we wanted the first part of the race and not really get in the heat of the race, which might have taken away some of the starch at the end, but she had plenty left to finish with. And I could hear Trevor when I got to the 16th pole saying Madame Pandit putting in a run, and at that point I was just saying come on wire, but we had a good margin on her anyway. I think she might be termed as a Testarossa, female Testarossa. Right. She was awesome today. She's back.
Still to come, Tom Dawson will pass out the year-end honors in American quarter horse racing, including the new world champion.
When you have one that just comes through like this, it's just really mind-boggling.
National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Alan and Madeline Paulson's Brookside Farm. And by the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Get away from the ordinary and discover the extraordinary. Las Vegas. Call your travel agent today.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At National Car Rental, we believe that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. Because at most major airports in America, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. National Car Rental.
Jade Hunter, the Grade 1 winning son of Mr. Prospector at Brookside Farms in Versailles, Kentucky, continues to sire winners. His 3-year-old son, Clover Hunter, romped to victory over Grade 1 winner Real Quiet in the $200,000 Golden Gate Derby by 6.5 lengths. In his previous start, the Jade Hunter colt won by 12 lengths. Jade Hunter has 74% winners and 14% stakes horses from starters, and his sons and daughters have earned over $10 million.
Pro basketball star Jennifer Azzi spends 40 minutes destroying her hair and 90 seconds bringing it back with Pert Plus, More than a shampoo, it conditions too. How? As you shampoo, the conditioners stay suspended. As you rinse, they go to work, giving you great hair simply. Perfect for Jennifer, because she wants great-looking hair, but she'd rather be living in it than working on it. Wouldn't you? Pert Plus. Simply great hair, simply.
Merlin is my name.
Hey!
Excuse me. I didn't conjure you up. I know. So I'm back.
Describe Las Vegas in 4 words.
Fantastic, colorful,
Exciting.
fairyland.
Do you like men in armor?
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the magic carpet. Sorry I'm late.
Where have you been?
You wouldn't believe it.
Every time we come back, it's something new.
America's favorite playground.
Can I keep them?
Come on, give it up for Las Vegas!
Welcome back to National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest. 1997 was a year in the fast track for American quarter horse racing. So many great horses, so many incredible stories. All the players were gathered together in Oklahoma City recently to see who would take home the year-end hardware. Tom Dawson was there.
These are the sights and sounds of a horse sale. But then that's not unusual because that's the normal course of business here at the Heritage Place in Oklahoma City. But today, the building has another purpose. It's the gathering spot for those with title dreams. The Racehorse Digest is pleased to bring you the 1997 AQHA Racing Awards. All of the 2-year-old champions closed out the year in the Los Alamitos Million. This Snow is Royal not only won the race, he secured the leading colt title. And Million runner-up Artesia Special Chick got the nod as the top 2-year-old gelding. But the best year-long form belonged to the filly Corona Cash, who was honored as champion 2-year-old. She led the sport in 1997 earnings at $1.1 million and won 3 Grade 1 futurities. The training tandem of Donna and James MacArthur handled 2 of the 3 juvenile champs, including Corona Cash.
That mare just had so much ability and talent, and once she got in the groove, every race she just got better and better and better, and she proved it all the way through after she started winning, and she was able to lengthen out. The shorter races weren't her cup of tea.
But the 2-year-old title was, much to the delight of Corona Cash's new owner, Henry Brown. He also purchased defending world champion Dashing Folly. She secured another title as champion-age mare, causing Brown to count his newfound blessing.
Absolutely. I've been doing this for 20 years now, and I didn't ever think I'd get a chance to own these kind of mares. But I'm real anxious for the 3-year-old year for Corona Cash. I think she's got a lot of racing left, and Dashing Folly, too. I don't think there's an aged mare that can outrun her, and I'm really excited to watch her run this next year, too.
Another repeat winner among the older runners was Now I Know. 1996's top 3-year-old colt returns as the champion-age stallion. But the majority of accolades in this division belong to the 5-year-old gelding, SLM Big Daddy. His 6 stakes wins led to the title of champion-aged horse and earned the affection of owner Steve Mitchell. In the 3-year-old ranks, Remington Park Derby winner Especially Rare was named the year's top colt. And Fabulous Form took the sophomore filly title with stakes wins in Canada and California. But far and away, the division leader was champion gelding Dashing Perfection. The 4-time Derby winner closed out the year by demolishing the Texas Classic field in the 4th fastest 440-yard time in history. Veteran owner Bob Moore compares Dashing Perfection to his 1972 world champion, Mr. Jetmore.
Jetmore could really turn it on, but this horse jumps right out of the gate and just carries right on down the line, and every time he jumps out there, and he just takes the lead a little bit bigger all the time. So
fun to have one like this, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't get very many of them.
Others receiving honors included distance champion I've Been Blessed, who won or placed in 8 added money events. And the broodmare of the year was Corona Chick. She was a champion herself in 1991 and has now produced a champion, Corona Cash. In the people categories, Ed Allred took his 5th title as Breeder of the Year, while G.R. Carter was voted the top jockey with over $2.3 million in earnings. And it was a good year for the MacArthur family. Oscar and Carol MacArthur's Jeremiah Limited was named leading owner, while sister-in-law Donna MacArthur broke Blaine Schwanevelt's 12-year run as Trainer of the Year. The top award announced here is that of World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse. For 1997, the leading candidates were divisional champions Corona Cash, Dashing Perfection, and SLM Big Daddy. All of these horses went from almost complete obscurity to big notoriety in 97, and one of them went just a little bit higher. The 1997 world champion is SLM Big Daddy, the product of a meager $250 stud fee. Big Daddy made just $72,000 in his first 3 years of racing, but broke out big time last year. He earned over $514,000 and clinched the title by hammering his closest rivals in the Champion of Champions. Don Morning trained the world champion, and it's something he could get used to.
Feels real good. I'd like to have another one of these days. But I tell you, they don't come along often. I've been training 15 years, and I've had some real nice horses, but I've never had a horse quite like this one.
That sentiment was echoed by veteran jockey Jackie Martin, who was Big Daddy's regular rider.
I mean, I get goosebumps, you know, talking about it, but because he got such acceleration, you know, out there the first time, you know, when they're kind of reaching to strap him or just, you know, ask him to run a little bit. I mean, it's there. It's just like you shifting from 4th into 5th gear in a race car. That's how much acceleration he has.
And for owners Steve and Lindsay Mitchell, the World Championship announcement provided a proud and emotional moment.
It's mind-boggling. When you got a horse like that, I mean, we're used to running, like I said, mediocre horses, and like I said, but when you have one that just comes through like this, it's just really mind-boggling. Like I said, we're carrying a lot of the little people in this world with us.
The best news is that most of these champions will be back in action in 1998, and we'll have the pleasure of bringing you their exploits right here on the Racehorse Digest.
For more information on racing American quarter horse activities in your area, call the AQHA at 1-800-414-RIDE. Still to come, more from the Thoroughbred track and Santa Anita.
In January, Request Pay-Per-View delivers the funniest comedies.
I wish Dad couldn't tell a lie.
A son's wish comes true with hilarious results. Jim Carrey stars in the comedy Liar, Liar.
It's going to be a 10.
Danny Glover and Joe Pesci are old friends caught in a net of comedy and adventure in Gone Fishing.
I give you the king of the jungle.
Brendan Fraser swings into action in the Disney family hit George of the Jungle. Request Pay-Per-View delivers the funniest comedies in January.
The Pittsburgh Automobile Trade Association has a very important message for you. Slow down, relax, you'll get there. It seems we're all in a hurry these days to get one place or another, but speeding, trying to make yellow lights, and coasting through stop signs is dangerous. Those few minutes you may save just aren't worth risking an accident, so please be careful. The next time you find yourself rushing to get somewhere in a hurry, remember, slow down, relax, you'll get there. A message from the Pittsburgh Automobile Trade Association.
Key Biscayne for the first full field event of '98. Trevino and Murphy have won here before, but local favorite Ray Floyd wants a win on the course he calls home, the Royal Caribbean Classic. Coverage begins Friday at 3:30 on ESPN.
Checking out the national leaders in thoroughbred racing, it's early, but Silver Charm appears to be picking up where he left off. He's 1 for 1 in 1998, and his best may still be around the corner. Let's get back to the races at Santa Anita. 7-head battled it out for the Santa Ynez Stakes. A grade 3 for 3-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs on the dirt. Here, long shot, Najinsky's Passion, the one horse in red, is about to shake things up as they head for home.
Top of the lane, Superlative fully extended as a wall of horses tackling her. It's Najinsky's Passion on the grandstand side coming home best of all. Najinsky's Passion hitting the front from Well Chosen. Vivid Angel on the inside. Najinsky's Passion ahead. Najinsky's Passion from Well Chosen. Najinsky's Passion scores in the Santa Ynez to Well Chosen, Vivid Angel and Superlative. Then Kendra Fay, YOLO Lady and Wild Jamie was last.
Najinsky's Passion, the winner of the $150,000 California Breeders' Championship last time out, adds another win to her career. The 18-to-1 shot was ridden to victory by jockey Corey Black for the Imagination stable. The Bay, a daughter of Nijinsky's Table, is trained by the former steeplechase rider Tim Penfield. The filly ran the 7 furlongs in a time of 1:23. Ron McAnally, Superlative. The favorite in the field could do no better than 4th. The Gulfstream Park in Florida on Saturday for the Canadian Turf Handicap, a Grade 2 $100,000 race open to 3-year-olds and up, going 1 mile and an 1/8. Due to the inclement weather conditions, the race was switched to the main track. Jerry Bailey had the ride on the 8-to-5 favorite, Subordination.
Subordination is opening up on the field. He's building an imposing lead here. Leads by 4.5 lengths. Wild Event had to check and check repeatedly on the turn. Subordination in the meantime has a 5-length lead at the top of the stretch. Notoriety down inside, and Wild Event just having a horror show here. A very bad trip for him. It is still Subordination in front by 4.5 lengths. Cimarron Secret running in second. Tours Big Red. Wild Event takes to the inside. It will be Subordination. Subordination wins by 4.5 lengths.
The winner of the Jamaica Handicap and the Hollywood Derby, both on the turf last fall, Subordination tries the dirt here and likes it. In doing so, he picks up his 3rd graded stakes victory in a row for trainer Gary Siaka.
Trained real good on it. When it came off, we decided, let's take a shot. I spoke to Seth Clareman and Jess Ravitch about what we were going to do, and we thought about it and tossed it around and said, you know, he trained so good on it. He's really bred for it. He's just been running so great on the turf. And we said, you know, we're going to take a shot and see what happens today.
Subordination was a $75,000 yearling purchase at Keeneland Sales. The winning time, 1:50.4. Also at Gulfstream last week, the 14th running of the Joe Namath Handicap for fillies and mares 3 and up, covering a distance of 1 mile and a 16th on the turf. Pat Day was up on the favorite Parade Queen, the 3-horse in the green silks, in the middle of the pack.
As the field turns for home, they're at the top of the stretch. Windfama in front, Dispersion full out. Shamazel in tight down toward the inside. Dynasty is there. Dance Clear trying to split horses in the drive. And Parade Queen. Parade Queen is flying on the outside. Here comes Parade Queen with a burst of energy through the stretch. And Fleur de Nuit moved late as well, but it is Parade Queen to win it. Dispersion second, close for 3rd. Dance Clear and Fleur de Nuit.
Parade Queen, the 4-year-old daughter of AP Indy, captures the Joe Namath by a length. Owned by Farish and Hudson, the filly was purchased for $150,000 at the yearling sales at Keeneland. Trained by Neil Howard, Parade Queen ran the distance in a time of 1:42 with Pat Day aboard, making the Bay's 3rd consecutive turf victory. Her next start, the Very One Handicap, on February 8th. On Super Bowl Sunday, the 6th running of the Super Bowl Stakes was held at Gulfstream, a $75,000 race for 3-year-olds, running a distance of 1 mile and a 16th. Jockey Robbie Davis had the choice mount. United States, seen here on the lead.
They come to the top of the stretch. It's still United States in front. Draw again getting closer. Easy Line tails off. Buddha's Delight Room at the inside. Recommended list is 5th. East of Easy and Silverfax. At the top of the stretch. Draw again. Getting on even terms with United States. Draw again. Short lead. It is Draw again in front. United States now back running in second. Buddha's Delight on the inside. 3rd. Silverfax is 4th. And they're coming down to the finish. And Draw again draws off and wins by 3.
Draw Again, a co-entry with Recommended List, picks up the win under the ride of jockey Joe Bravo. Not one who usually likes the dirt, Draw Again easily scores his 4th straight win for trainer William Cesar. The colt by Roman Diplomat, out of preciseness, finished the mile and a 16th in a time of 1:44.3. Draw Again is owned by the 100-year-old Fred Hooper, seen here in the winner's circle. Next race for the Chestnut will be the Fountain of Youth. Now at North Aqueduct Racetrack in New York for the $75,000 Affectionately Handicap for fillies and mares 3 and up, a race with a distance of 1 mile and a 16th. 10 ladies went to the post on a very muddy track. Sweetsy, the 28-to-1 long shot seen here, storms to the front around the far turn and draws away in the stretch for a 10-length victory in the slop over the favorite Shoop. Sweetsy is owned, trained, and bred by Rita Nash. The 6-year-old daughter of Z-World was ridden here by jockey Julio Pazua. Last November, Sweetsy won the Grade 2 Long Island Handicap, which was also run in the mud. Her next start will most likely be the March 22nd next move at Aqueduct. Sweetsy is praying for rain. Here's the weekend lineup on the Breeders' Cup schedule. It includes the Turf Paradise Breeders' Cup Handicap and the Fairgrounds Breeders' Cup Stakes. Both are on February 7th. Don't go away. When we come back, David Bruner will join me for a look at the owner of the month in thoroughbred racing.
Vacation travelers know that when it comes to renting a car, there's really only one place to go. National Car Rental. Especially if you're going on a Walt Disney World vacation. Because as the official car rental company of Walt Disney World, National gets you in your car and on the road fast. For a family vacation you'll never forget. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to Walt Disney World with National Car Rental.
Let's go!
Own a professional sports team at a bargain price. Get into American Quarter Horse Racing. Experience the excitement of your very own runner competing in your colors. Then invite your envious friends to join you in the winner's circle. Visit your star players anytime you like, and they'll never ask for a raise. So dig in, hang on, and let the dirt fly. The AQHA can get you started with free information. Call 1-800-414-RIDE.
A lot has changed since the horse and buggy days of harness racing. The action's faster, quicker, without the long wait between races. Once the telephone was the marvel of the age. Today, satellite technology lets you watch and wager on the best horses and drivers around the world. But while the horse and buggy days are gone, some things never change. Harness racing still has that special excitement found when horses race to make you a winner. The most exciting 2 minutes you'll ever know. The place where adults go to play the harness races.
Welcome back to National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest. Here are the owners that are counting their money so far in 1998. Topping the list is Golden Eagle Farm with a total of more than $348,000 already. In our Remembering feature, we look back on arguably the greatest thoroughbred in history. Secretariat served notice as a 2-year-old that big things were ahead. Here he romps home in the 1972 Hopeful Stakes at Saratoga. Those hopes turned into reality on January 27, 1973. It was then that Penny Chenery accepted the Eclipse Award for Horse of the Year on behalf of Secretariat. Presenting the award is the late Greer Garson. Secretariat won the Triple Crown that year, and in 1972, he was also named Champion 2-year-old. And joining us now to introduce us to an owner that also knows how to find his way to the winner's circle is David Bruner.
Well, Jeff, most of the owners that we profile here on the Digest have famous last names like Paulson, Phipps, or Young. But December's winning owner is someone you're probably not as familiar with. He's John Buckley. And thanks to one very special horse, he's not only had a great December, but an incredible 1997. Here's a profile brought to you by Gainsborough Farm.
Can you name the horse with the most victories in 1997? No, he's not a graded stakes star, but a down-in-the-trenches blue-collar claimer named Maybe Jack. This guy put together 13 victories in 1997, most of those occurring at Boston Suffolk Downs. 13 wins in 1 year. No one's more amazed than John Buckley.
Maybe Jack was a ride that I don't think will ever be duplicated again and during the course of my entire life. He was a horse that we had bought for relatively short money. I think it was about $15,000 back in April. We got the horse, and once we got the horse, he did nothing but win.
Buckley, a New England-based attorney, has raced horses for nearly a decade. But he was well aware how difficult it can be to get a horse to the winner's circle just once, let alone a lucky 13 times.
We kept saying to each other, this is amazing, this little horse is amazing, because every time we asked him to go out and do something, he went out and did it. The horse never disappointed us, and every time we tested him for class, he responded. So it was something that we didn't expect, but it was nice when it did.
Maybe Jack had done it all at Suffolk. So to start off the new year, Buckley and trainer Alan Borish looked to New York for stiffer competition, a $60,000 claiming race at Aqueduct.
There are no races here at Suffolk Downs for which he would have fit the conditions, so we took him down to New York. and put him in for $60,000. We thought at that time that nobody would be interested in the horse at that level, but as it turned out, somebody was interested in the horse, and somebody took him.
That's how claiming races work. There's always the chance you can lose your horse. Well, John was surprised that someone would pay $60,000 for his star gelding, who finished 5th in this 6-horse field. He had mixed emotions about losing him.
Emotionally, it's real difficult to lose a horse like that, particularly for my wife, who becomes very attached to the horses. It was real hard on her. I have 2 small children, and we haven't broken the news to them yet that we've lost the horse. But from a business perspective, it was the right spot for the horse at the right time. We've prided ourselves on managing this horse correctly, and we have no regrets from a business perspective.
John has no plans to try and claim back Maybe Jack, but he says he will always follow his career and be grateful for the thrills his horse gave him.
I'm fully aware of the fact that I may never pass this way again. I may never have another horse that's the winningest horse in the country. But when you're able to have a horse that goes out and gives you everything he's got every time he runs, you can't ask for any more. It's the best part of the business.
For more information on how you can own your own racehorse, just like John Buckley, call the Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association in Lexington, Kentucky. By the way, David Bruner will be in the host chair next week. You can catch the digest for the first time on Wednesday at 3:30 Eastern.
My job is to compare products, and it's not often that I'm surprised. So when Head & Shoulders went up against the leading prescription brand, I expected the prescription to be better, but it isn't. A study proves Head & Shoulders is effective against dandruff. I found out there's a microscopic fungus associated with dandruff, and Head & Shoulders helps kill it. Helps stop flakes before they even start. Not even the expensive prescription works better. You may never see flakes again. I don't.
It's the first Grand Slam of the year, and the top seeds are all over it. But a few upstarts are making noise, and down under, anything can happen. The Australian Open. Coverage continues with women's semifinals tonight at 12:30 on ESPN2.
National Car Rentals Racehorse Digest is brought to you by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By Gainsborough Farm. And by the American Quarter Horse Association, serving the American quarter horse racing industry and America's horse. Topping our Brookside news, a New Mexico trainer has been suspended in a sponging case. Joe Myers is accused of sponging a horse at the Downs at Santa Fe. The New Mexico Racing Commission has served up a 5-year suspension, the longest the commission could impose. In other news, Alton Stone, the groom who was filling in as night watchman when Aladar was fatally injured, appeared in a Houston federal court last Friday. Stone is facing charges of lying to a grand jury. The Houston grand jury is investigating possible fraudulent activities by the now bankrupt First Texas Bank Corp of Texas, who is one of Aladar's owner, Calumet Farms' biggest creditors. There are allegations that Aladar was intentionally injured so the struggling Calumet could collect the insurance policy. And if you're planning to attend the 1998 Arlington Million, you might want to make some other arrangements. Owner Dick Duchessois has confirmed that the Arlington Million will not be run this year. Several leading tracks expressed an interest, but Duchessois says it just doesn't make sense. And join us as we kick off Racing Across America's campaign for 1998, the Hutchison Stakes, this Saturday at 4:30. That's the Digest. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Ground transportation provided by National Car Rental. For worldwide reservations, call 1-800-CAR-RENT. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.